Hello and welcome back to another review with me, Kevin, from Kevin Grant on Whiskey. This week is the final bottle of the birthday gifts that I got that I've not opened yet, so this is going to be the first time I open this today. I'm going to review it and we'll see what it's all about. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get it in the glass, let it breathe for a few minutes, and just go through a little bit about the bottle itself and tell you exactly what it is. So I've already taken the little label off so it's easier to pop. So we'll get this popped and get it in the glass. Oh. Ooh, good one. So get this in the glass. And we'll just let that breathe for a little bit. So this week's bottle is a James Eadie independent bottling. So James Eadie being an independent bottler, this is a Linkwood 11-year-old in a recharred hogshead. So James Eadie is something, I've seen the bottles kicking around and things. I've never tried any of his stuff before. I didn't know too much about it. So I was able to find out. So James Eadie was born near Glen Eagles. He was a brewing and bottling guy back in, so I think he was born 1827 and then he started his bottling and brewing in 1854, I've got here. So it's ran in a family. He was like one of 14 children as well, so it's a huge family. The brewing side came through and through, then he started whiskey and he made a whiskey which was only about 300 bottles ever made. And then through the years, and obviously he passed away. So what had happened is his great-great-grandson, Rupert Patrick, who had huge influence in the wine industry, moved into the whiskey industry in the early 90s. And from there he worked with Diageo, Lafroig's, all these big hitting distilleries. And then he thought about bringing back the name. So he was able to meet with not the founders, but the people that owned the name of James Eadie. And he met with them and he went, I want to bring back my great-great-grandfather's recipe and I want to bring back the name. I want to use that and build an independent whiskey brand. And sure enough, look what he's done. He's been able to go do that, bring back the James Eadie brand itself and make all these amazing whiskies. Well, we hope to be amazing whiskies again. As I say, I've not tried this. What I've been able to find out, it is cask strength, it is transparent. So to give you an idea, 11 years old here, from Linkwood Distillery, bottle, it tells you 185 of 276, so there's only 276 bottles, tells you the cask number, the exact date it was distilled, it was bottled in 2021, what wood it was in, single cask strength. So you've got a lot of transparency there to go and check where your whiskey started from and where it's ended. So I think we should get this on the nose, talk about it a little bit and see exactly what's going on. I've blabbed on there for a few minutes. I'm hoping it's opened up enough for me. Excuse my hair today, I'm just back from the golf. I was playing golf with Ben Marner, one of the guys that watches the channel. We had an absolute brilliant day in the golf course, and then we're hoping to have a wee Scotch Malt Whisky Society day out next week as well. So talking about golf and whiskey in the golf course, and then hopefully sit and drink a whiskey and talk about golf in another back to front way. Look forward to that. So I'm going to get this on the nose. This is Linkwood, a Diageo product, a Speyside distillery from Elgin. There's only two distilleries in Elgin. One is Linkwood, another one is Glenmorie. So let's try this, let's see what it's got. It's clean. It doesn't smell like the high ABV. It's a little bit wee leather note to it. It's got that sweet, it's like the Parma Violet again, the Parma Violet sweets. Fruity. Again, it's a kind of apple, lemon, citrus to it. Leathery. We'll try this on the palate. It's not different. It's very woody, oaky. That recharred definitely forefront of this whiskey. Very oaky, dry, chewy, oily, slight, I'd say, salty caramel coming through. It's not that sweet caramel, it's got a little bit more the kind of slight saltiness, which may be causing the dryness there. It's very good. It's very not what I expected it to be from the smell. I thought it'd be this kind of sweet, really citrus-led whiskey. Wow. So very definite oak. So the re-char wood is, I think, has made a huge impact on this whiskey. Yes, it's a first pour, but still it's very forefront. So the cool thing with Linkwood itself is Linkwood's made for blends. You don't see much single malt Linkwood out there. You'll see it in the Flora and Fauna. I think they've got one out there. But to find it on its own as a single malt, very difficult. Linkwood, I think, is #1 in the category of the best malt to put in a blend. This is one of the best. This is the best malt, as they say, to put in a blend, to thicken it out, to balance it out, to give it a bit more, to take a bit off. This is what is used out of the top kind of 12 that they use. I found this is to be #1 is what I was able to find. But that was magic. I really enjoyed that. So still that really fresh, leathery Parma violet, citrus on the nose. So I'm going to have another try, and then I'm going to move on to adding a little bit of water in here and see how that opens up. So oaky, so woody. Dry, salty caramel still there. Yeah, kind of tastes older than it is. It's got that musky note. Right, so we've added a little bit of water. See if it's going to cool it down a little. For me, it just does not taste like the high ABV of 55.2%. It is lighter. I think if I had this blind and you told me it's cask strength, if I said cask strength, I would have thought it'd be lower than what it is. It's not a violent alcohol hit. A lot of flavour going on. It's just great. So the water on the nose hasn't changed as much. It's maybe taken off the citrus edge to it for me. The Parma violets came through a little bit more, so it's a bit in the sweeter side on the nose. But that wee leathery note's still there. Maybe a wee bit strawberry now. You ever have the milkshake powder, strawberry milkshake powder? It's quite like that in the nose now. Yeah, that wee bit of water's changed it. So we'll try it on the palate now. We'll see if the water's calmed it down, if it's going to give me anything else to kind of take from it if I can get past the wood and, the salty caramel. Well, let's see. Colour of it's beautiful. Okay, the oakiness is still there, the wood is still there. It's taken a little bit of the dryness away. It's got more of a leathery taste now as well, if that makes sense, like the smell of leather but on the palate. Not that I openly eat leather or closely eat leather, I don't eat leather, that's just it. It's just got that leathery note. It's just so oily and chewy. It's a feeling when you say it's a chewy dram, and it's totally got that. It's chewy. You can feel yourself still round the side of the mouth. It grips to you. It's cracking stuff. I didn't expect that. By looking at the colour, if I put my pre-emphasis on it, I thought it was going to be a sweet sherry bomb, type thing. But I appreciate it was a recharged Hoggy. Natural colour, non-chill filtered, all the good stuff that we're looking for. Yeah, Parma Violet, woody. It's magic. I think this is one I'm going to have to go and sit, as I do all the time, is sit and just take it all in, try and learn a little bit more, get to know it a little bit better. I feel this is going to be one, the further down the bottle it goes, the better it's going to open up. I feel it might be a little bit shy at the moment. Maybe it's because I've only just poured it and I've not given it time to kind of open up and introduce itself. But I have a sneaky feeling the further this goes down, the more it's going to open up, the more flavours are going to come out to me and I'm going to get to know it. But we'll just have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see. But I'm going to go back, as I always do, sit back, relax, enjoy this. It's actually Tuesday I've recorded this video. The way my shifts work this week, it is going to be quite difficult to put one out closer to Friday, so I've had to record it today. And Wednesday I have my first COVID jag, so I'm not too sure I'm going to feel after that. I know a lot of people have said they've been fine and some people have said they've been in between, so I thought I'll do it today just to make sure I'm in 100% feeling good about it. So I'll hopefully try and get something out during the week. I know I says I'll do a wee prize giving about last week's competition, so I'm going to give it a couple of days and I'll try and maybe put something out there and add to the video, maybe Thursday at some point, and pick a winner. That's the plan. Hopefully that all goes well. If tomorrow's not, I don't start feeling ill, but we'll wait and see. But as I say, I'm going to go sit back, I'm going to get to know this a little bit more, enjoy it a little bit more, and see what's going on. It's my first real introduction with Linkwood. In fact, that's a lie. I did try Linkwood not so long ago in a tasting and I absolutely loved it. So this has been great as well. But as always, I've been Kevin from Kevin Grant on Whiskey. Enjoy me next week. Let's talk whiskey. Slàinte, folks.